in, we're going to show them the ropes, show them how we set up the show. I'm going to teach them how I edit all the episodes. We're going to teach them how we do all the social media, because it really is a kids-run show. Shayna does watch over us, and she helps us to keep us safe, but at the end of the day, we are the ones who are producing every episode. We're the ones recording, editing, and getting it out there. So when the new kids come in, we're going to teach them all the tips and tricks that we've been doing so that they can run the show once we're in college.
We mentioned that you're at Heights High in Cleveland Heights. What other schools, what other kids are you seeing come across? Yeah,
so we actually have a really great cut of Cleveland. We have one of our CLEnagers, she's at Parma, so she's at Padua there. We have James, who is in the CMSD school district. Nemo was also in the CMSD school district, and Ben is out in Westlake. So we have a big range of different Cleveland experiences. And even when I did my first internship with YOU, it was a big range of different kids that I don't think I would have met otherwise.
Greg, you're beaming.
Yeah, it's exciting just to see, you were talking about all the different ways young people develop social skills. This is a great example because in Cleveland, as we know, Westlake, Parma, Cleveland Heights, and CMSD don't usually mix. So it's a great opportunity to learn the types of skills that we don't always think about in internships and jobs, like life skills and just how to get along with others.
Has the program grown to the point where companies now come to you and say, hey, we'd love to have a YOU intern?
Yeah, so we said we started with 1,000. Pre-pandemic, we did more like 4,000 every year. And so we have companies, we deal with hundreds of companies. They do come to us. And you had mentioned earlier in the show about, you were asking Autumn about do they contribute and pay, and it's a great lead-in and question. We're more and more asking companies to contribute the wages. People have are subsidized by government, and we're looking to get more and more companies to pay because, as you can tell just from talking to Cora, and there's thousands like her, it's a great value to the company, and they should pay.
Is YOU kind of geared for the best and brightest, or can you work with all the kids from all the schools and bring them on? I mean, you're an educator as well.
Yeah. We are actually not geared for the best and brightest per se. We certainly get them sometimes, as Cora illustrates. But we do focus actually most of our programming on the middle and sometimes the lower end of the class. Our school-based program is also a dropout prevention program. And so our focus is the great middle, which, as Eric again was talking about early in the show, often get forgotten.
Right. Cora, what are your plans? Post high school, which I imagine is probably just a couple of weeks from now.
Yeah, actually graduating June 1st, so getting excited there. I'm going to be going to Kent State University. I recently changed my major to criminal justice studies because before, like I said, I always thought I wanted to be an actor. So I was like, I'll go into musical theater. But after taking some of my Tri-C courses and after, meeting some of the other CLEnagers who had a passion for, just civil rights and activism, I was like, no, I kind of want to do something else right now. So that's what the plan is. I'm currently taking CCP with Tri-C, so I should be starting off as a sophomore when I get to Kent.
Do you see a lot of the other kids in the program that you come into contact with having that same drive, and does it come from working with each other and working with the program? Oh,
definitely. I think especially with at least the teenagers in the CLEnagers group, a lot of us, we thrive when we are together. And we each help each other grow and go after our goals. I think the fact that we were all able to be brought together under somewhat of a common interest led us to all be able to develop our future plans based on that and to work together.
Cool. Thanks. Craig, the next 40. Okay, you're not going to stay there for the next 30 like you did the last 30, but the next 40, what's it look like?
So the next 40, I'm looking for us to evolve in a couple ways. One of them to do more projects like PACE and the Greater Cleveland Consortium, but also start to think about, we've been a Cuyahoga County organization, and we are starting to look at Summit and Lorain and some surrounding counties, because in the end of the day, just as Eric said, businesses don't think about, do you go to Cleveland schools or Cleveland Heights? They also don't care if you went to Akron or Lorain. And if we're to really rise as a region, and I'm very motivated to get rid of poverty and racism. And so if we're really going to do that, and what's our role in the next 40 years, it's to do even more of what we know works well.
You're talking on this air signal to more than 20 counties, and through our streaming, who knows how many. What do you say to people who want to say, well, I could start a YOU in my area. I'm not close enough to Cleveland to maybe join that one, but is there the opportunity?
You could start a YOU in your area, and we'd be happy to help you figure it out. Or you could, depending on what your goals and needs are, you could have a YOU do it for you. And since we already know what we're doing, either way works. We're not about our organizational ego. We're about raising the region.
Excellent comment to close with. Cora, next segment, we have another Kent State student on, so you probably want to sit back in the green room and listen to what she's got to say. Somebody with some more experience for you. Thank you for being here today.
No, thank you for having me.
Certainly appreciate that. Craig Dorn is President and CEO, Youth Opportunities Unlimited. Thank you for your time this morning.
Thank you so much, Rick. Great seeing you.
Twice, actually. Okay. After the break, we'll talk to this non-traditional Kent State student who was one of the top finalists in NPR's College Podcast Challenge. And Cora, she's 65 years old. Different kind of student. Stick around. This is The Sound of Ideas.